Um, I believe the guy's name is Matthew Walker, like the big sleep expert on social media, and has been on numerous podcasts talking about sleep. I would love to get have a conversation with that guy. Sleep is something that has been a big part of my life. Obviously, this sounds so strange because obviously sleep is massive for everyone, but it has been a big part of my life in the sense that I have always had trouble sleeping. Um, it wasn't until 4 or 5 years ago when I started to exhaust myself both physically and mentally every day that I could actually sleep well. In my teenage years, I was a big gamer. I used to play video games when I got home from school. I would play video games until I went to bed. And because that wasn't really exhausting and um, it wasn't productive and I didn't feel like I got anything out of my day, I couldn't sleep. And so the more productive I've been and the more things that I've done during the day that has been rewarding, the easier I of a time I've had falling asleep. Um, that's one thing that has helped me with sleep. But recently, a few years ago, or actually, I suppose my whole life, there's still been issues with me falling asleep and staying asleep and having actually deep REM sleep, good deep quality sleep, and that has been my anxiety. Uh, Especially when I know I've had an important thing to do the next day. I haven't been able to sleep, and my anxiety kicks in, and cortisol level rises to fucking Mount Everest. And because your cortisol goes up, your stress hormone, I believe it's a hormone, your anxiety is going crazy. And because you have anxiety, you can't fall asleep. And it's this evil loop. So I can't fall asleep. I get anxious about it because I know I have this important thing in the morning. And now I'm anxious, and now I definitely can't sleep. One thing that has helped me so much with not being anxious about sleeping is it sounds kind of counterintuitive, I suppose, but it's actually telling myself that no matter what happens, I can sleep for just an hour. I will show up and do the thing I'm supposed to do tomorrow. Regardless of how much sleep I get, I will get up and I will do the thing. I will show up. It's an important meeting, whatever it may be. I will show up to that meeting and do my absolute best to kill that meeting, or whatever it may be, regardless of how much sleep I got. And for some reason, telling myself this thing, it just reduced my anxiety so much. And actually, not just telling myself it, but actually believing it. And I know I've done this a million times before. I've had so many sleepless nights where I still showed up to school or work or whatever and done the important thing the next day. I've done it a million times. So I know it's true. No matter how much sleep I get, I will still show up to do that important thing. And actually putting that in my head at night when I can't sleep, it has reduced my anxiety that I have at night unfathomably much. Is that correct grammar? So fucking much. And because my anxiety is reduced, the cortisol goes down, and I am able to fall asleep. Maybe not, if I already have trouble sleeping, obviously I may not be able to fall asleep immediately, but I'll be able to fall asleep faster than if my anxiety is raging. And also, the quality of sleep when you finally do fall asleep is just so much better. If you have anxiety and your cortisol is out of whack while you're sleeping, you're also not going to get a deep quality or great quality of sleep Anyway, so both falling asleep faster, the quality of sleep, and there was one more thing I thought of. I'm forgetful. Oh yeah, and just like not feeling anxious is also nice in general. Even let's say you can't fall asleep anyway. You're not feeling anxious about it. It's maybe a bit, you're annoyed a little bit maybe, but you're not feeling anxious, which is a fucking awful feeling. Everybody hates feeling anxiety, I guess. Um, so just if anything, you're not feeling anxious, which is a very good thing. In my book at least. So again, that's something that has helped me tremendously with sleep. I'm still a bad sleeper. I don't think my quality of sleep is great, and I'm trying to figure out why. Um, I never feel fully rested. I also work quite hard, both try to exhaust myself physically and mentally every single day. So I don't know if that plays into it. It does in general help me fall asleep faster at night. I know if I haven't done anything productive during the day, I've just fucked off and watched Netflix all day. If I haven't been to the gym, there's no chance I'm gonna fall asleep fast at least.